live, so. Cancel. Let's see what it does. Alright. Oh man. Happy Monday, guys. I don't know if this is live or what. Give me just a second. I'm doing this from my camera, my new phone. So let's see what we got here. Oh man. Data from the stream, but it's just hung up on this end. So guys, I hope y'all are good out there. Give me a second. Like I said, just trying something new tonight. I got this new phone. If y'all caught the other video, you saw it. So if you're commenting, I can't get there quite yet, but all right. Come on. Plus, we're out here in the room, so I'm just hoping that this is actually going through, and I'm using the YouTube app. So let's see what happens here. Alright, what we got? Happy Monday. Yep. Okay, I can see it here, and I got it over here. So can y'all see me good and hear me good and all that good stuff before we get into this? Really good quality. Sweet, man. Appreciate that, Cody McCormick. Alright, guys. Like I said, April, she ain't already passed out on me for the night. You know, we're getting prepped up to go out of town, and I got this new phone, and I was playing with the YouTube app and figured out I could live stream straight from the phone, so I got it plugged in right now because I needed a charge, but I took a break. I got tired of cleaning, and I said, shoot, I'll sit down and play with this and see what you guys are doing on this fine, rainy Monday here, guys. It is pouring. Got quite a few of y'all coming in. Let's see. Lizard Hunters TV, what's going on? Joseph Morgan, HT Herps, Cody McCormick, Kyle Sterling, Marcia9. I hope I said that. HT Herps, Colton Wilson, Christian Guy, AJ Exotics. Welcome all to the stream, guys. Appreciate y'all stopping in. Yeah, just got off work, AJ, man. I feel like I did, dude. I actually, I didn't work today. I had to take my truck to the Chevrolet dealership. It had a service engine light on. It's still under warranty, so they're replacing the catalytic converters. But I just had them checking it out before we get on our road trip to Florida. Man, guys, I'm so pumped about heading to Florida. I mean, man, 8 days this time, guys. Well, 7 full days. We got to come home on the 8th. I am pumped. So far, the Wi-Fi switches, everything's been gravy, guys. They work like a champ. So I went back, and tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll do a video on it if y'all want me to. What's going on, Tezo and Tyler and Alex Clay and Briar? What's going on? Like I was saying, I lost my train of thought there. Drop truck off, come in here, do this, talk to y'all about it. I was just reading and got lost in the ADD, guys. I'm sorry, but no, drop the truck off, get it ready to go for 8 awesome days. I just feel like a kid. I mean, me and April both. That's why I say I just let her sleep. We've been going hard at it, getting prepped up. But I put an order into Amazon. Tomorrow I'll have 3 cameras and some more of these switches coming in. And we're going to see how that works. I'm going to put a camera up there like I was showing. You know, if you didn't catch the last video, go check it out. I'm going to throw a camera up there so I'll be able to see most of the room, what's going on. Really be able to see, you know, the pond and such. That's the main thing. And her mom and them, they're going to come every other day while we're gone. So, but with the cameras, I'm going to put one on these guys, probably one in my room on the leaf tails, and maybe another one somewhere else, just on a thermometer or something. But I can't wait to get those in. That's gonna be really cool. And who knows, you know, with that camera, I was looking, and guys, y'all let me know what you think, but I may be able to every now and then just, like, let's say put the camera in Poseidon's enclosure or something I thought would be cool, or put it on the pond and just let it run, you know, and people can pop in and out as they want and, you know, check it out. Kind of like a, not all the time live streaming, but, you know, just some of the times throw it up, just the camera, seeing what's going on in the room, you know. See what we got going on. Have I ever gone crabbing? Yeah, oh yeah, you know, I'll throw a crab trap out while we're there. You know, definitely so. Some chicken necks or fish heads or whatever. We also used to do it. We used to just put a hook through them or tie a string to them and drag them up. You know, the crabs. But I'm hoping to catch some while I'm there. Hopefully another remora off a shark. Because guys, I go to catch sharks off the beach. If you hadn't watched it, you can go back and check out my shark fishing video. That was from a year ago. I can't wait to do that. I'm gonna get some better footage this year for sure. And now, you know, practicing this live thing, I mean, who knows? While we're in Florida, I should be able to use this phone and kind of go live and kind of show you guys what's going on if y'all would enjoy that. But let's see. Yeah, I've been watching Brian Cusco. I like his stuff. He's getting more into this live streaming stuff too, and yeah, he's a cool dude. He has some really good information on his snakes for sure. Briar Beasley, yeah, man, I have to look you up. You can just look up Trey Beck on Instagram. I got it on there. Your uncle caught a sand shark, yeah. Yeah, sand sharks. I catch those usually, spinners, bulls. I think if you go check out that video, it's a spinner or sand shark and 2 bull sharks that I caught. The first one was like that one actually jumped out of the water. It was crazy, and then the other 2 were actual bull sharks. Actually, Phantom Fox, I have a copperhead. My buddy Nate has it. I'm trading him. I have a larger a cottonmouth. I have 2 cottonmouths right now, and he's trading me a copperhead for the larger cottonmouth. So yeah, I do. It's a captive bred. I can't wait to get it. Captive bred and born. Never fished out of fresh water. Man, Colton, yeah, dude, I love going to the ocean. You never know what you're going to catch, but I'm going to do some more in-depth videos on my stuff. I mean, I got some big reels. First time I went, I was outgunned, but I actually take my kayak and paddle out and drop and, you know, sit back on the beach, watch the rod. But I got one rod that holds like 1,000 yards of line, and I use 20-aught hooks for gator. Actually, it's for gator fishing. I love it. I love it. I don't have anything new, Jedediah. Nothing really, man. Some turkeys. Got baby turkeys I'm raising up. They're going to go in the backyard. And then Louis, somebody asked that too. How's Louis? Louis doing great. He's really a bipolar bird, though, guys. You have to watch Louis. Y'all saw some of the video, the intro of the video. He loves me. He loves April, but April's got a couple little moles right here. He likes to pick at those. And with me, when I went to go put him back on his cage, he actually bit me like right there really good. I mean, it drew blood, but it was just little marks. You have to watch him. He lets you know when he is not happy. What's going on out there, Adamus? Good to see you, man. Doing good, man. Jason Morgan, yes, I have one pack, man. It's actually Cameron's. I got it. Oh Lord, I'm about to drop snake hooks and stuff. I have got it right here. I just actually took its water bowl out to clean it. So you left me a mushy poo. You ever notice their poo kind of looks like putty? But yeah, I don't know if you can see that guy. That's my Pac-Man. he's still in the Tupperware right now. He's going to be going into one of these slide tops. I've got a couple of more of these 5-gallon slide tops to trade them out. And that's my tomorrow project. I went ahead and took tomorrow off. I'm going to work Wednesday and Thursday, but tomorrow I got to go through and clean, get prepped. I mean, man, I tell you, I got a bag of mice right here. I got a bag of mice thawing. Feed some critters. I throw them on the heater, guys. It works like a champ. My Instagram, it's just Trey Beck. There should be a link somewhere on the YouTube from Instagram. Pretty cool, Briar. What kind of 2 lizards did you get, man? Phantom fox, I do at some point. I'd love to have an alligator. Right now, you know, Poseidon's my biggest critter. I say other than my kids and wife. If April was up, she'd be... but y'all don't tell her I said that. I hope she don't come back and watch the stream tomorrow. But yes, I actually have been in contact with someone on that very thing. Being that I do these YouTube videos, and I mean, they're kind of educational. I don't know, you guys can let me know if you think they're educational or not. But I actually had spoke with the DNR about getting an educational permit, because that'll open me up to a lot of other things. I've said before, like April's, her brother in Colombia, he babysits capybaras for a lady that breeds them over there. So that's another critter I'd love to have, is a big capybara. I mean, could you imagine, you know, something that would be an outside critter down the road? I'm not talking about any time in the near future, guys. I mean, you know, you got to have goals. I'd have daily goals, yearly goals. I mean, but at some point, where we're at now, this house, I got an awesome deal on it, guys. We were first-time home buyers. I've got, man, I don't know at this point, a good bit of equity in this place. And at some point, my plans, I want to sell this place, and I want either 10 to 20 acres of land where I can have a big devoted shop. I want a bigger saltwater pond. And there's some other stuff about that I'm going to get to in this stream too. I noticed my banded cat shark, and any of you guys that are watching has had any experience with sharks, and know anybody that has, he has I don't know if it's a tumor, I haven't pulled him out yet. He has like a growth starting up underneath his chin there, and it's something I just noticed the other day. I don't know what it is exactly. It could be, you know, some sort of infection. You know, I don't know. I've got to do a little bit more research on that, but it's kind of got me freaked out right now, because I've had that shark since he was like that, and you know, he's not out right this second. Plus, I don't know if I want to pick this camera up or not. The stream's going so good right now. You know, most of you guys, if y'all caught my other streams, you know that it usually lasts about 5 to 15 minutes and cuts out, and I have to reboot and all kind of crap. So let's hope it stays going. No, Adamus, I have not checked more into the freshwater octopus. That was a crazy thing, though, you know, finding out that something like that actually exists. And Kyle Sterling, I never got a call from the guy with the pigeon. So, you know, I just hope that he made it. He hadn't noticed a note, or maybe the note fell off. I didn't put it on there too terribly snug, but no, and we hadn't seen him either. So, hello from Denmark. Hello, Stefan Heidborg. Emily Slimes, hello. Do you like crested geckos? Yes, Emily, I have 2 cresteds. We have a little one that's actually growing leaps and bounds from one of the other replicons, and we have our larger male crested we've had for, I guess, about a year or so now. But yeah, I love crested. I really, once I get more room, I'm going to get a lot more geckos. I really enjoy geckos, especially leaf tails. I have a pair of giant leaf tails. Hoping at some point get some more. Let's see. Yes, Joseph, I have seen some alligator lizard, Mexican, and also something that reminds me of those is like an armadillo lizard. Check out armadillo lizard. We're building. That's cool, Tyler. Man, yeah, you hang in there. Even though you're 12, man, you'll pick up. I worked with my dad, and that's how I picked up, working on stuff. I love tinkering and building on stuff. If you watch the other video, the one I posted of letting the critters go, that four-wheeler in that video, I've had that thing for probably 10 years or better. It's actually a 92, and I went through it and pretty much rebuilt it. I love that kind of stuff. And my dad, he has a 57 Chevrolet Bel Air. It's all original. Beautiful, beautiful car. How many reptiles, let's see, would you get? Let me go back up. I want crested gecko tips. What I've learned about the cresteds is I keep them in my room. They're not actually out here. The reason for it is they actually thrive better at a little bit lower temperatures, as to that's why my leaf tails aren't out here, guys. 75 to 78 degrees is golden for those guys. And most houses, you usually room temperature is 78 to 80-ish range, but I have them kind of midways on the floor, just I guess a foot or so up off the floor, and it served me well. Also, I feed them a mixture of like the Repashy or the Pangea diet, the powder diet. I mix it up. You just make sure you alternate that. Keep them, misted. I mist mine every day. I don't miss a day usually, and that's pretty much it. Make sure you gut load your crickets, or sometimes I feed DB roaches too. I gut load everything. All kind of different stuff. My favorite gut load item is seaweed, actually. I've done a video about that. Seaweed, your crickets will eat it. Doobie roaches will eat it. Poseidon, when I'm feeding him sometimes, like I'll do chicken or something, I'll make like sushi out of I'll just wrap it in a leaf of seaweed and feed it to Poseidon. He'll eat it that way. The Savannah, I can take a mouse and do the same thing, and they get plenty of good stuff that way. Make sure, going back up here, guys. Let's see. I meant pigeon, you're fine. Would you get an alligator skink? I don't know, Adamus, man. Maybe one day, dude. There's a lot, man. If I didn't contain myself, I would have so much more than I have. I'm really picky at this point, guys, because I got so much to take care of. I devote so much to taking care of these things. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be next. Till we get my biggest focus right now is getting that back room built. Once I get that back room built, I'll have a lot more space. Kind of know what's up. I know the big monitors and stuff are going out there. How many reptiles do you have? Briar, I have, and I've said this before, I try not to keep an exact number. Total animals, as far as, I got lost in the stream. Between my dogs, cats, inverts, and reptiles, I have a little over 100 animals. Just reptiles in general, I have around, I believe it's 56 to 60 reptiles. Now, I have pairs of stuff, like I have 2 red-eyed tree frogs, 2 gliding frogs, 2 Asian chubby frogs, 2 African bullfrogs or pixie frogs. I have like 2 centipedes, things like that. So I try not to put a number on it exact, because it kind of drives me nuts sometimes. I know it sounds funny, but I have funny ways of stuff. My brain doesn't process stuff the same way, so. But I hope that answers your question. Over 50 different reptiles. Mangrove snake would be very cool, random person. I love mangrove snakes. They're beautiful, rear-fanged. Problem with them being a rear-fanged is like any kind of false water cobras, for instance, any kind of rear fang colubrids like that, I have to get a permit and insurance policy. I can keep venomous, like, I have my pygmy rattlesnake, cottonmouths, keep those because they live here. Anything that's exotic, that's out of the United States, I can't have it without the permit. But I love mangroves. They're beautiful, beautiful snakes. Yeah, Emily, leopard geckos are awesome. We have 2 in there. It actually came from Petco. We've had them for years. The only thing with leopard geckos that I have a problem with is that everybody's an expert. And what I mean by that is you get more comments on leopard geckos, videos. You just have so many opinions. Not saying, but we keep ours on excavator clay. They've done fine. I do use a light on them. A lot of people fuss about that, but if an animal can get it in the wild, it's not going to hurt anything. And under tank heater, good hide. We have 2 in the same enclosure, and that's another thing that people say it's taboo or bad to have 2 all the time. We have a male and a female. They've been together since they were little bitty hatchlings, and if they start showing issues, or problems, I'll separate them at that point, but they've been fine. Very cool, Crafty. I know I'm way up the list here. 1,100 gallon, that's what I need. I need 1,100 gallons. Man, if you would, stay in touch with me, and I'd like to talk back and forth with you about that, because I built all my own filtration and everything for this one, and I just plan on upsizing for sure. So if you could, man, look me up on Instagram. It's just Trey Beck, 1,100 gallon. I'd definitely like to talk to you about your water volumes and stuff for sure. My favorite reptile is going to be Poseidon. He's just a big lug. I mean, Poseidon, he's an awesome lizard. I don't think he got the best of care before I got him. Something I've never really talked about Poseidon, and since the first I got him, if you go way back over a year, I took him to the vet because one thing I noticed off the bat is he had a small, hey, what's going on, Animal Art? Douglas Palmer, Doogie, good to see you, buddy. Dang, I'm sorry it's 2:30 in the morning there, bud. I was just playing with a new camera, really, and got into conversations. I'm going to go back up. I'm coming back down. But Poseidon has, it's a, what's the word I'm looking, a little bitty cataract on one of his eyes. And the vet that I used said he could put me in to, University of Georgia has a exotic animal program, and but if he said if it's like, if it's not bothering him, if they take it off, it'll come back in probably 2 or so years. That came from either 1 or 2 things. That was either a poor diet when he was growing up, or somebody wasn't using good water. They were using chlorinated water. I've seen studies with alligators that if it's straight chlorinated water instead of dechlorinated or reverse osmosis or what have you, you can cause the animal to go blind over time due to the chlorine that is in our city, municipal waters and such. So, how many stingrays? I have 1 stingray, Crafty Minds. I had 3 at one point. Private monitor pair, good goal is my goal. Man, yeah, Cody, that's nuts. I've been trying to learn. There's actually 79 different species of monitors. I think there's only 77 that are still in existence. I think 2 of them are extinct at this point. And I've been going through here and there and trying to learn different ones. I really love a Parenti, and I love a lace monitor. Lace monitors are awesome. That's one of my goals. I'd love to have a pair of laces. I'm sure I'll probably never get my hands on something like a Parenti. That's they're Australian and very highly regulated. Let's see, all right. April's doing good, Adama. She's in there passed out asleep. We've been hard at it getting ready for vacation, man. I think I should get a pond. What do you think I should get? The pond and the floor or indoor? You got to be careful indoor with the humidity. If you're going to put it in your house, humidity can be an issue, Crafty Minds. So, I don't know if you're in your house or what. Would you get a flying squirrel? I can't have one. That's why we got the sugar gliders. Appreciate it, Animal Art. And glad the quality is good. Pet. If I get any pet, Gila Monster. Somebody would probably buzz me on that one because I've been saying that. That's another one that maybe we get an educational permit I can get my hands on at some point. Hey, very cool, Giovanni. I love leopard frogs, man. Leopard frogs are awesome. Alright. On down the list, guys. Just got home. Yeah, man. Sorry about the new, sorry about the parakeet, Nate. That was, man, bummer, dude. That's the sucky part about keeping critters, isn't it? I mean, you just... Well, Emmy, you said your crested gecko won't let you touch it. I got critters, don't let me touch them either. That comes with time. I try not to force it. Some people do. They water break them. I call it water boarding. Because you'll see somebody fill a tub up and throw this critter in. I'm not talking about like monitors, guys. I mean like, let's say your frilled dragons, bearded dragons, different geckos, certain snakes, they'll put them in the water and it freaks the snake out or freaks the lizard out, so he has to come to you, and then that's a way of like building trust. I don't know. I mean, our government quit waterboarding years ago, and I ain't gonna waterboard. So, but it's just something you have to work with. I have animals that probably will never let me touch them. I've had these Timor monitors for 4 or 5 years now. I can't put my hands on any of them without getting bit, and I've worked with them, but I can go in there and grab Poseidon right up. My Tegu, it's hit or miss with him. I can pick him up. Some days, great. Some days, he'll bite you. So you have to really watch that guy, learn how to read him. But don't give up. And then some animals just don't like to be held. You might, if you're really looking for a holdable one, check out a Repticon reptile show. You usually can find some that, are really, really tolerable of being handled. Alright, where'd I get here, guys? Coming back up. Hi, I'm late. Hey, no problem. Appreciate you coming in. Is Chili Creeper. Yeah, Animal Art. I need to get one, man. I love Smog. He's just awesome. Awesome enclosure. My most aggressive animal. Man, most aggressive. My Tokay gecko. Probably, as far as it just bites you repeatedly, that would probably be the Tokay gecko. If you're talking about reptiles go, everybody else is pretty chill. The mangrove, hit or miss. The Tegu now, when he wants to be, he'll scare you. The Tegu he'll definitely scare you. Alright. Yeah, unexpected. Yeah, man, I hate that. I hate it. I had 4 lizards. I found 2 in a box. Help me. It was cool you kept them alive. Very cool, Kyle. Good luck on your educational show, man. Stuff like that really goes a long ways. I say back, it was old, and you could look him up and still find it on YouTube. Okefenokee Joe. If you type in Okefenokee Joe on YouTube, you can pull up this old cat. He used to do a show on like public broadcasting or something, and that guy was, that was before Steve Irwin and all that. Guys, I'm 35, so that was my very first that I can remember. I used to like him, and then the Guido guy that done the garden stuff. He was a pretty cool one, even though he wasn't about animals. And then there was another one that still does. I can't think of his name now, but Okefenokee Joe, he was the man. Alright. Let me see what I missed, guys. Coming back up. Gonna take out the garbage. I need to take my garbage out too. In-house. Yeah, Crafty Minds. In-house, you're going to have to, depending on how large you go, anytime you go with a big open top system, you're going to run into humidity issues. So yeah, you could run a dehumidifier. You're going to probably be emptying it like crazy. I've seen some big systems in houses, and people actually put like a vent style deal up in the ceiling for, a big system. But then it depends on how big the room is and your location. There's a lot of things involved with that. But once you get over 200 or 300 gallons open system, you're gonna start having. That's one thing. I run a humidifier from time to time during the summer, but most of the time, guys, I don't have to run one in here because of this saltwater pond. It stays 76, 78 degrees usually, and it'll get upwards of 80. And that's one of my biggest boosters of, which I've got a little, like right now, if you can see that, I just keep this laying around. We're running almost 80 degrees and 60% humidity overall. And of course, there's animals that have supplemental heating on, and I have to mist and such like that. But it stays humid in this room, and that, this room saves me so much money. With the animals that are in here can pretty much all come from the same type of climates, so that's a big deal. Saves me on my power bill tremendously having them in one location like this. Alright, where'd I go? Another awesome monitor to check out I recently found is a Torch. Hey, I checked that out, Cody. Yeah, I've seen, man, there's some crazy there's different mangrove monitors depending on which island variations they come from. There's so many little dwarf species that are crazy, like the spiny tails. I really like those. Kind of more of an in-between desert savanna style deal. Do you think a dehumidifier? Right, yeah, we got down to it. It's gonna be tough depending on how big the room is. Crafty, really is. No, Gregory, I probably won't be adding any big snakes anytime soon. Maybe one day when the kids are older. I've never been a huge big snake guy. I like the big monitors. Animal Ark, I'll send him to you. It would probably cost us, I'm sure, a good $150 or bigger or better to get him down here, man. You ain't gonna get rid of Smog, I know. Let's see. No, Morphin Man. My veal chameleon became egg bound, and she was about 4. I guess she was about 4 years old, and I knew it was a matter of time, and I found her dropped off not long after. I haven't had great luck with chameleons. Normally, if I get 4 years, I've done good. Usually, I know males will live longer. I've never had a male veal. The 2 I've kept over the years have both been females. It sucks, Giovanni. Well, it's best to let it go, if you can't get them to eat. It sucks having to force feed snakes. Most of the time they regurge and everything else. That sucks. Yeah, you remember Oki? Yep. Man, he's old school, dude. He was old school, man. I love that guy, though. I think he's still alive. He's still doing some stuff. I said you can look him up on YouTube and find a couple of his videos still. The bird, all the animals do get RO water. I've got an RO system. Everything other than the dogs and cats, but the bird, everything else throughout the house, sugar gliders, all that, they get reverse osmosis. I've got a parts per million little meter to check, for dissolved solids and such in the water. And coming out of my reverse RO, it's usually 2 to 4. Man, the city water, it'll be 29 to 39 parts per million of God knows what in that water. But that RO system, man, is paid for itself. And I'm way up the chat, guys. I'm coming. What are the turtle shells? A little soft around the edges. Yeah, just like Animal Ark said. I'm guessing he was saying a response to that. Yeah, if you got soft edges, either your turtle doesn't have a good enough basking area, it's not getting the calcium it needs, or it doesn't have the correct lighting. Or it could be to the diet. Most of the time, though, it's going to be calcium or lighting is going to be the issue. And even if you're giving calcium, UVB lighting, guys, is important. I know I've heard reptile shops, other keepers say, oh, you ain't got to really have UVB if you're, UVA, either one, if you're giving calcium. That's just not the case, guys. That UVA and UVB on a wide spectrum of animals, it actually does something on their, dang it, I lost their hormone level. When an animal basks, it produces certain hormones, kind of like when we're in the sun, we get vitamin D and such. So if that hormone's not produced, that animal's not going to absorb or synthesize the calcium like he's supposed to. So that is another reason why UVA, UVB, lighting is so important. Even though they're getting the calcium, now that's certain animals, guys. That's not a fix-all for all animals. It's just certain animals, they need that UVA, UVB to start that hormone process to properly do with that calcium what they need to do. No, Phantom Fox. I give the snapper and the soft shells to my buddy Jonathan at Reptile Passions at the Repticon. I had too many water things going on at one time, so he got them a good home for me. I don't regret it. I'll probably get another snapper at some point. I'd like to have a big one if I could have an outdoor deal. Yeah, Dominique, man, yeah, Animal Ark, yeah, with the cage, man, that would be a heck of a shipping bill, dude. Yeah, I can do a video. I've got one. It's just a couple back. I'll have to leave you a link on it on the F10. I love F10, but you need to use it as it says. I use 2.5 milliliters per one of those 32-ounce spray bottles. Works like a champ. They make another version that's ready to use. I'd recommend getting that, and you can actually put it down and leave it as a residual after it dries, kind of like the Prevenamite. You can leave it as a residual with no problems to your animals. I love F10 though. It kills everything, doesn't leave any kind of harsh smell like bleach does and such. So F10 is well worth it. Plus that little bottle, using only 2 milliliters, you don't use a lot. I think it's like $30 for that bottle, but it lasts me a long time. Appreciate that, Roxanne. I don't have any reptiles. African gray parrot. Hey, African grays are really awesome. Really awesome. Our parrot's doing great. So far, he's bipolar.
The cockatoo.
And April just walked out here. She just got up. I told him you were sleeping.
Yeah.
April said hello to everybody that's out here watching. I don't know how many's watching. I'm scared to move the screen. Trey, when you go bass fishing, do you wear polo? Yes, I do. I have actually 2 pairs. I have a pair of Costas. I really like my Costas. I wouldn't have got rid of them, but they started wearing. Well, I not got rid of them, but not got another pair. They started wearing out. I actually have an old pair of the Man O' Wars, and Costa's lifetime, but they quit making the Man O' War. I was so aggravated, I ended up buying another pair of Wiley X's, and I've been happy with the Wiley X's so far. They're still $100+ glasses, but as far as being able to see in the water, the real glass on the Costas, man, that's a really good glass, fishing glass. Let me see here.
Well, find the lights right
Trey, yeah. That's funny, Team Black. No, I've never never thought about that, but you make very good sense on that. And you know, that's not the. Actually, though, that's not the first time that's been asked, because I had somebody make a reference about this room. But no, I haven't. I've never had them pay me a visit as of yet. So, and that little green deal is not legal here in Georgia, so it would be bad if I did. I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Ask him if the picture as blurry as it is on mine.
Is the picture blurry?
Yeah, what I'm seeing is like super pixelated.
You got to change the settings, because everybody else was saying that it's that the quality is better this time. You see what that little settings wheel is?
Yeah.
All right.
Normal. Quality.
Yeah, Adamas, man, I love kings. There's several different kings that at some point I need to add a king snake. There's some that I can have and some that I can't. I can't have any, of course, that are from around here, but like a California king or even a Puebloan milk snake, something like that. Yeah, JT, man, RO water, that's the way to go. I'm telling you. I've always used RO water. I've never quite grasped the concept, and some people use it with no problems, and that's fine, and I'm not hating for that. But my thought process has always been, if I'm going to use a chemical to remove another chemical, there's still something in there that's getting to my animals, you know. So
Tell Roxanne I said hello, and yes, the bipolar bird is definitely bringing.
how do you fix the soft shells, Giovanni? Up the lighting, you know, to some better lighting. That would be the first thing. A good large basking spot, and start adding some calcium style, like a good turtle food, like a good staple turtle food that has, you know, good calcium in it. Yeah, there you go. Kyle Sterling said to say, yeah, UVB light and calcium. That's what I would do to begin with right there.
Hello, Colton Wilson, Animal Ark, and
No.
Roxanne.
Yeah, April said, hey, Animal Art, Roxanne, Colton, everybody, Adamas.
And yes, the bipolar bird is definitely bringing me joy.
And yes, the bipolar bird is bringing her joy. Giovanni, no, man, all turtles need UVB light. Every turtle is gonna bask. They need that. That is important. Turtles, to me, are on the same lighting requirements as your bearded dragon, your Uromastyx, spiny-tailed iguanas. I mean, yes, UVB is essential for turtles. And I'm getting on down the list, and I'm seeing UVB light, Animark, never listen to your pet stores. Yeah, because, you know, and I always say, when I'm dealing with somebody new, or I'm going into a pet store that I've never dealt with, ask them questions that you already know the answer to, guys. So if you're thinking about getting a certain animal, go ahead, do your own research, get some questions in your head, and ask them people those questions you already know the answer to.
For sure.
And when they give you the answer, there you go. You're going to know right off what type of person they are.
Most of the time it's wrong.
Yeah, if you go into a pet store and you say, well, yeah, I want that ball python, but I only got $50. They're going to tell you that it's fine to go in a $5 critter keeper because they want to sell that snake, you know, and you're done and down the road and it's over, you know. And I was just using that for an example, but hey, Balin, yeah, man, you come up and introduced yourself at the Repticon, I think, if that's right. I was over there actually at Jonathan's table, I think. Which I can't. There's quite a few people I've met at Jonathan's table, but. JTD, no, we were talking about turtles, but yeah, I mean, in general, UVB, there's always been the biggest argument. People say there's animals that don't need it. Now, I mean, of course, I don't have it on my snakes, on my green trees. Every now and then I do. I transfer it over from the spiny tail and I offer them some UVB. But if an animal can get sunlight in the wild, it is not going to hurt the animal in the least. But yes, there are some animals, stuff like my frill, things like that. I run mercury vapor bulbs that are UVB, UVA. I run it on all my monitor lizards. Every monitor I own gets UVA, UVB. Makes a big deal. I really believe that with the monitors. I know people say monitors don't need UVB. I mean, that's fine. And like I say, everybody does stuff different, but all my monitors tell you they're getting mercury vapor bulbs that provided or getting, UVB for sure.
I think Animal Art.
Later on, Adamas, man, Roxanne says she heard you.
Yeah, tell Adamas I said bye and do well in school.
I don't think I missed anything. Animal Arc answered that one. Good answer, yeah.
Yeah, that's
they
why I
get
said
UVA from the sun.
Animal Art made a good point with the temperature part of it, and that is a lot of animals.
Team 2100, what do you do for ball pythons not eating? Man, ball pythons are notorious for going off feed. My bumblebee went like 7 months off feed. April's brother had one that went
8 months.
Yeah, 8 months,
He was
9
really
months
concerned.
without feeding. Check your humidity. Always, if you got an animal that's not feeding, the best thing is always go to the basics, guys. Humidity, temperature, photo period. If photo period's an issue with like some lizards, stuff like that. Some animals can get stressed out because their photo period's not right, depending. I mean, that'll make them touchy, not want to eat. With your ball python, it's either going to be it's too cold, or the humidity's an issue, or for sometimes they just are one of those snakes that will go off feed and might not feed for. But it really depends on how long it's been before since it eat last. That's a big thing. How long has it been? Yeah, said Adamas later. Awesome. Home turtle enclosures is a good vid on habitat.
Yeah, I think Animal Art's
What?
right. That should be a last resort. Did you see what he said?
Oh no, Cody, that's cool, man. No, anytime, anything, Veranda's anything on them, man. You're good. Leucistic King monitor. I will.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Now, I love Kimberly Rock monitors are awesome. That is a very cool monitor, very inquisitive monitor, and blue tails, man, they are beautiful. I love blue tails. That's that Dave Durham guy. He took a nasty bite from that one he calls Blue. Man, it took him a nasty bite. All right, where am I at here? Chris Taylor, what's up, man? What do I spend a month on reptile food to feed all of them? We figured it up one time before. It cost us anywhere from $350 to $500 a month, and that is food, electricity, and we added a little bit for water because I use a lot of water. But yeah, it's $350 to $500 a month, so it's almost a car. It's a car payment.
How did I miss that? Is this your job?
Where was it at?
Is this your job or do you have another job?
Yeah, Animal Art, never force feed. Yeah, I hate, man, force feeding is rough. Usually with snakes, they'll just regurgitate. What is your favorite animal you have? That's going to be Poseidon. We said that. Yeah, he's my favorite. I had wanted a big monitor forever and just finally was able to give the care to one what it needed. And so I've been waiting for a long time to get a big monitor. Yeah, sometimes you have to help them, That's right.
You tongue feed everything.
I tongue feed. Everything gets tongue fed around here. My snakes, I direct tongue feed them. And I help out from time to time if they get it wrong. I have to clean.
Yeah, the picture seems
Good
to
night,
have cleared
Kyle.
up some.
Huh?
I said the picture seems to have cleared up some.
Appreciate you stopping in, Kyle. I should be finishing up the same thing. I got water bowls soaking, and I showed y'all I got mice over here thawing. Let's see. King Poseidon. Yeah, man, Poseidon, he rocks.
The song feed okay.
Yeah, the horn shark is very active. Usually, he's actually sitting over here right now. I'd say I'd grab this camera. I don't know how this is going to work out without dropping it. I'm just going to throw it over my shoulder like this.
That's how you have bad it sucks in the
Yeah, April will tell me how bad it sucks. But he's sitting over there fat, and I just fed him before I got on this live stream. But yeah, before they get, hope that's back right.
That's a good question.
Usually before they feed, they're always out cruising and stuff. Even the bamboo, he comes out and cruise. But yeah, the horn's really active. It's the most. It's not as active as such, like a black tip, because of course those sharks, they have the ability to sit and pump water over their gills, so they don't have to swim all the time. If I had a larger enclosure, I would have a bonnet head or a black tip at some point. We just have to see what happens in the future.
You see what happens when you
No. I don't tongue feed like. No, as far as geckos and stuff, no, they get crickets thrown in there. That's it. But as far as, all my big monitors, the timbers I don't tongue feed, but I tongue feed the Similis, the mangrove, the Savannah, the Tegu. He gets tongue fed unless he's getting eggs and ground turkey and such. But yeah, all that, I try to tongue feed any chance I get.
Hey, in the filtration in the DYO,
Yeah, it is.
I can copy and paste that if you like.
My tadpole turned into a nice frog. Usually 3 to 4 weeks, man, depending. I think you said it was a leopard. So usually about 3 to 4 weeks, it'll be turned to a pollywog onto a frog. Yeah, Crafty Minds. April was just saying she's going to try to put a link in here to the video. There's a DYI video. The pond's a 300 gallon, is 6 foot around, 2.5 foot tall. The sump is a 100 gallon sump that's outside this wall, and it's just a raised sump. The water goes from the pond to the sump. I have 5 gallon buckets with live rock, holes drilled in them, and a bulk filter pad I buy from Amazon. And the water goes out, and then it just gravity feeds back in here. So it's
Someone posting the link in the comments.
April said she's going to post the link in the comments. I don't know how that's going to work, guys.
I hope that works.
Gray smoothhounds are very active sharks. They are just so expensive. God, gray smoothhounds
They
are,
require a lot of space.
and they do require a lot of space. Special streeting thing. We'll have to do that. Now, like I say, I really popped this stream up tonight to play with this to see how it's going to work out. I'm hoping to be able just to do like a lot, like everybody loves reptile room tours and such. So I'm hoping to just be able to go around and do a complete reptile room tour live stream and not have to go through all the editing and all that of cutting to go and try to save time and compress it and all that. These live streams are a lot easier, guys, than editing all that stuff in a video. That's for sure. Only tongue feed. I got you, Gregory. Yeah, I got a Kenyan Sambo. I take it out, put it in another tub, and feed it, and then put it back. Or sometimes I'll put a little Tupperware in his tub, and then feed him and put him back. Briar Beasley, the eel went to Bob's Tropical Fish. My buddy Tony, he does all the saltwater stuff at Bob's Tropical Fish. And I'm glad you mentioned that, honestly. I probably got to store credit down there, because what'll happen is he'll sell it and we'll half the money. I hated that too, golly. I'd wanted an eel, but I don't trust him anymore.
Another remora. Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I'm hoping to catch another remora though. The eel killed my remora. Some of you that don't know, that remora, I got it off a shark last time I was in Florida. I'm hoping to do it. Hoping to do it again. Yes, Crafty Minds. The only thing that's in there, I have a large octopus protein skimmer. Yes, protein skimmer. I would not run a saltwater.
Who asked about the leopard frog tadpole?
I don't. Crafty
Anyway,
Minds.
12 to 16 weeks.
12 to 16 weeks?
12
Dang,
to
I said
16
4.
weeks.
I was
Yeah.
way off. 12 to 16 weeks, you'll have a frog.
Yeah, that's what it says. Take approximately 12 to 16 weeks from tadpole to frog.
But, yeah, Colton, real quick, those Strike King sunglasses, they're pretty nice. I got some buddies that love them. But yeah, I do have a protein skimmer. What I was saying is I wouldn't I won't have a saltwater enclosure. If you ever seen what a protein skimmer pulls out, that froth, the dissolved solids that a protein skimmer pulls out from using that air Venturi system, man, I mean, a protein skimmer will save you a heck of a lot of headache on any system. But I have a huge a 300 plus octopus. It's got a collection cup about, I think it's 4 inches or 6 inches in diameter. I do still have the Savannah. Savannah's doing great. No issues with my Savannah. In the last live stream, I actually brought it out and held it. Was my tadpole's lazy, he's not getting feet. It'll happen, man. Let's see. No, a smooth hound now they get fairly large. We actually catch smooth hounds in Savannah, and I've caught some that over 3 feet in size. I mean, that's a really good size shark. Where am I at? Okay, back down. Yeah, it is easy to do a live stream, Nate, man. It's way easy, Animal Art, dude. And it's fun. These are a lot more funner than sitting there by yourself doing these videos. So much can be. I appreciate that, Crafty Minds, for sure. It is subject soaring. Yeah, it's really cool to be able to just to go through and do this. I still enjoy putting the videos together. They're fun too. So I'm just gonna mix it up with both. And I always enjoy your live streams, Animal Art, for sure. They're always fun, and it's fun to be on the other side where you guys are. It's a lot of fun. Hey, I'll check that out, Crafty Minds. Because the last one I saw that I actually saw in a pet store was the one in Atlanta. They keep all kind of different things like that.
No eel.
They wanted $500 for it. So
Subject soaring, no eel.
yeah, I'll see if April will grab it. Bearded Dragon. Which one? I've got 2. Cameron's or Alyssa's. Cameron's.
I'll get Cameron.
Yeah, I didn't show Cameron's last time. I showed Alyssa's last time. Cameron's, his has got a lot of orange and stuff in it.
Cameron's is more a fan of just Cameron.
Subject soaring, and
No eels.
I doubt it. No, I mean, maybe if I ever had its own tank, but if I was going to do something that was going to require its own tank, that would be an octopus. I'd love to have an octopus. A mimic would be even epic, but probably never.
I think the bearded dragons and the blue tongue, definitely.
Yeah, Roxanne, I've got quite a few that don't, mind really to be handled. The dragons,
The blue tongue, definitely.
the blue tongue, the Euros. Believe it or not,
the Euros are kind of.
yeah, the Euros can be iffy.
People say they like to be held. I think they do, but it depends on the tongue.
My Savannah monitor doesn't mind it. The Poseidon, he don't care.
Tegu?
He don't care what you do. The Tegu, it depends.
On the day.
But most like my geckos, my cresteds, my Halimahara, I don't handle. My green tree snake and my green tree pythons, I don't force the issue on them unless I have them out for cleaning. And my frogs and stuff, I've always been funny about the frogs just because of all the toxins you transfer to the frogs. I mean, they absorb everything. I don't hold them that often. I give them their distance. But
Gregory's comment, it depends on if he wants to handle it or not.
They grow up to 4 feet. Yeah, Crafty. Yeah, see, my pond's a 6 foot. I'm hoping to go up to something 8 or 10 feet. I mean, that would be sweet. Alright. Where did I go to?
Gregory Wilson. That's the one I was saying. It depends on if he wants to handle it or look at it.
I'm trying to. I went down the stream.
Blue tongue, if you want to handle it. Similis.
I've never owned any skinks, tegus, or monitors.
You're not worried about holding it that often. The Similis.
Hey, yeah,
Awesome.
if you're, skinks, blue tongue skink, pink tongue skinks, those
For
are
handling, yeah. Awesome.
they're really good starters. Real hardy animals. Yeah, Crafty Minds, look me up on there on Instagram. It's just Trey Beck. 'Cause I'm curious about the pond for sure. Luke, it just depends, man. I don't ever really schedule doing a live stream. I was taking a break, got tired of cleaning up stuff, and figured I'd sit down and talk to you guys for a bit about animals and whatever. Appreciate it, Voltix. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Savannah monitors in black, a white tegu, and a water monitor. Yeah, that's pretty much what I handle right there for sure. Tegus, they're awesome. It's going to take a little bit more space. I mean, tegus are so smart. I consider that, and I think everybody else does too. That's the smartest.
Here, Cameron's bringing you the dragon. I'll pick him
Between
up.
that and the alligator and crocodiles, I
Yeah.
think those jokers
You
are
don't
on the
have to worry
same
about being
par
on
on
video.
recognizing people and everything else.
Cameron's like me. He's hiding from the camera. He can take it in.
How much you should hold your
Cameron's
amphibians?
facing that way.
Just if you get in the practice of washing your hands and having your hands wet before you handle them.
Come back in
Here's
just a minute.
there's Cameron's dragon. If I can see that orange on there, his lights are off right now, so he's a little bit darker than what he normally is. But you can see the orange in that head.
Cameron's like hiding from the camera. He hadn't
Yeah.
even got out here.
But like I was saying, as far as holding your amphibians, as long as you wash your hands really well, and I try to wet my hands anytime before I pick them up, so I'm not transferring that oil or as little oil as possible or whatever else you got on your hands. That's just total preference. As far as stuff like, a white tree frog or something, or dumpy frogs, no big deal. But as far as red eye tree frogs go or anything like that, I don't handle them, and I pull them out when I'm cleaning and back up. That's the only contact they get for sure. Are they harder to keep than average saltwater animals? Nah, AWB12, good question, man. No, I mean, it's different on the food. Once you get the saltwater up and running, I mean, it's nothing. I'd rather keep saltwater than freshwater. I mean, I'll be honest. What's going on, Arizona Vivariums? Crafty Minds, Insta, there should be a link on the YouTube, or it's just Trey Beck. Mangrove Monitor is doing great. He's still a little touchy. And yes, only water, no soap or chemicals. Man, amphibians, guys, they're so touchy. Especially, like I said,
Their skin.
He's off.
You want Cameron to come in? That is solely Cameron's dragon.
Ow.
He hates me. That's the reason I had
He's
Cameron
all
bring him
fluffing
out.
up.
Alright, I'm going to get Cameron. I'm not
There, you gonna
holding
take him
him.
in? Get someone's head.
His-
Alright, there's the dragon.
Show around his eyes. They're
I did,
super
the orange.
Yeah.
They're
Alright,
so
I'm gonna
orange
get
around his
Cameron to
eyes.
come get him.
Yeah. Very cool dragon.
Marley.
He's done great. Then we got this guy, he's like a hatchling. I actually got this dragon for $20 at a Repticon as a baby, and his oranges have just come out and come out and come out. But yeah, I was saying the mangrove, he's doing great. He's still touchy. I don't hold him.
Marley ate my
But-
whole pack of rolls.
Oh no. Here, Cameron. I had the mangrove. I had redone his enclosure at one point, done all water at the bottom. I hated it. Went back to the substrate, but with the mangrove, he enjoys being up high and digging. He's got all kind of tunnels and such that he's dug, and sometimes I'll find him in the cork bark. Sometimes he'll be under the water bowl. I want to get a couple of timber. And that's a good size enclosure. You get a trio of timbers in a 5x5x3, and they would do awesome. My timbers are just in that 36 Exoterra, the big Exoterra. They've done great. That's actually the 36x24. The mangrove's in the 36x36. He's gonna definitely have to go bigger, for sure. Man. Well, guys, that was fun. I've been on here an hour. I'm gonna get back. Like I said, I just took a break. Oh, Marley ate all the rolls.
Seriously?
There you go. I'll leave your dog with the rolls. Plus, I think my mice are thawed. I'm gonna do some feeding, and man, I can't. It'd be cool to see a bunch of running around. See it? Yeah, it would be. It'd be cool, you know, because you got 3 of them. Because them guys to the timbers, they can be reclusive sometimes, but usually I've always got one out of the 2 I've got to see. But like I was saying, guys, it was fun to sit down and take a break with you guys, check out the camera. More stuff to come. Probably going to be just kind of doing some stuff along the way as we're getting prepped to go. I might do another, now that I've kind of got a grasp on how this works, I'll try to
definitely have to talk about the cameras once they come.
Yeah, I try to do a live stream when I get the cameras in or something, and we'll go from there. But guys, I appreciate you sticking in and hanging out with me for an hour. It's always fun. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your week. And guys, I guess we will see you next time. I gotta get up and turn this thing off. Thanks, guys.